big breaking inputs, and this is breaking first on Times Now. Super scoop that we've managed to access. Tamal Saha has spoken to top sources in the ED, and they are saying there is grave threat perception with regard to Arpita Mukherjee. There is specific intel of threat to Arpita, and thus the water and food provided to Arpita Mukherjee in jail should be tasted before Arpita consumes it. She should not be kept with more than 4 prisoners. Tamal Saha now joining us with this super input. Yes, Tamal.
Well, Pranesh, yes, the Enforcement Directorate had made it very clear that they have got specific intelligence suggesting threat to Arpita Mukherjee. Now, Arpita Mukherjee today, while at the hospital had said that she has said everything to the Enforcement Directorate, not disclosing much as what that everything means, as whether she has given out enough for the investigating agency to finally bring her closer to the case and nail further culprits, and also in a way nail Partha Chatterjee. It's something still not clear. But then today inside the court, as Arpita Mukherjee had moved for Division 1 prisoner status, a prayer that has been moved before the court. In that context, the Enforcement Directorate has clearly suggested that there is a grave threat perception, quote unquote, about Arpita Mukherjee. The reason why the food and the water which is being provided to Arpita inside the jail should be first tested before providing it to her. And they have referred to the fact that there is specific threat intel for Arpita Mukherjee. The judge did ask, as what does this mean, as what is this threat perception all about? To which Enforcement Directorate said that there is specific intelligence of threat to Arpita Mukherjee's life. The reason why they are of the opinion that the food and the water which is being provided to Arpita Mukherjee inside the jail should be tested before it is being provided to her. Mind it, Arpita Mukherjee has moved this prayer for a Division 1 status where she can be kept isolated with proper security, in a way endorsing that, suggesting that there is a security threat to Arpita Mukherjee. Enforcement Directorate has prayed that she should not be kept inside a cell with more than 4 prisoners, including herself, and most importantly, the food and the water is being tested before being provided to her for her consumption inside the jail. So Enforcement Directorate is making it very clear that there is a threat perception for Arpita Mukherjee, and that possibly highlights the significance of Arpita Mukherjee in the entire investigation. Mind it was Arpita Mukherjee, it was her residence, both of them at least named on her. From huge wads of cash were recovered by Enforcement Directorate, first on 22nd of July and then on
And Tamal, is the threat also because according to the ED, Arpita has been cooperating with the agency?
Well, that's right. That's exactly what Enforcement Directorate had also said, that comparatively, Arpita Mukherjee is more cooperating than Partha Chatterjee as far as the ongoing investigation is concerned. Mind it, Arpita Mukherjee, there are several properties which have been bought on the name of Arpita Mukherjee. There are a couple of them where Partha Chatterjee and Arpita Mukherjee are joint partners, be it a business enterprise or be it properties. But then the larger and growing suspicion is as whether there was only a nexus and understanding restricted between the two, or whether Arpita Mukherjee was actually used as a frontal by Partha Chatterjee while doing all the alleged scams which involved proceeds of crime, and that also led to amassing of a huge wealth. At times also
all proceeds of crime, and that also led to amassing of a huge wealth, at times also parking the ill-gotten money in forms and manners of property acquirement and buying of properties. So at this point in time, yes, Arpita Mukherjee is extremely significant. Arpita Mukherjee initially had cried innocence. Arpita Mukherjee initially had said that she had no idea how the money came to her.
Just hold your thoughts. Tanushri also joining us for more on this. Yes, Tanushri, this is a very big news break.
Well, absolutely. If you see, we have Arpita Mukherjee's lawyer's handwritten note where he has categorically said that in view of the aforesaid and services prayed for, your honor would be pleased to direct the superintendent of jail to treat the petitioner, that is Arpita, as a Division 1 prisoner and or provide adequate security considering her threat to safety and security or any order. So we are showing this. This is his handwriting. This is the lawyer's prayer in court, and we exclusively have accessed this prayer that has been given by Arpita's lawyer, which is saying that she has threat. And this is mainly because we know that the Enforcement Directorate, even in the last time, had stated that Arpita had been cooperating. She has comparatively cooperated, whereas Partha
Stay with us. The letter that you're talking about, let's blow it up on the big stream. Prithween now joining us. Yes, Prithween.
Yes, that's the handwritten letter that Tanushri was just talking about, and I'm quickly going to take our viewers through what it says. It says, in view of the aforesaid and Section 25 of the West Bengal Correctional Services Act 1992, it is humbly prayed that Your Honour would be graciously pleased direct the Superintendent of Jail to treat the petitioner as a Division 1 prisoner and or provide adequate security considering her threat to safety, and that's the most important part here, considering her threat to safety and security or any other order or ordeals as deemed fit and proper in the interest of justice. A handwritten note after the Enforcement Directorate made those sensational claims in the court and cited threat to her security. This is the handwritten note which has been written by Arpita's lawyer. Pranesh.